The ground doesn't just shake, it roars, low at first like a warning, then violently, like the island itself is trying to throw them off, and before anyone can even process it, the sound hits, thunder, but alive, growing louder, heavier, closer, until Owen turns and sees it, a stampede. Not dozens but hundreds of dinosaurs charging straight toward them, a wall of muscle, panic, and raw survival instinct, and in that instant everything changes as he shouts, "Go! Go!" And Claire grabs Franklin, dragging him toward the truck as fear floods in, real fear, the kind that doesn't give you time to think, only react, and they scramble inside, slamming the doors just as the herd crashes around them, the engine roaring but feeling too slow, everything feeling too slow compared to the chaos outside as massive bodies slam past, claws scraping metal, the ground shaking with every step like a countdown to impact, and Franklin is already breaking, his voice trembling, words collapsing into panic while Claire grips the dashboard, trying to hold herself together as Owen forces the truck forward, eyes locked ahead, calculating, adapting, surviving, but the truth is brutal. They're surrounded, completely, with no clear escape, no safe direction, only chaos pressing in from every side, and then suddenly the ground disappears beneath them and for a split second there is nothing. No control, no sound, just weightlessness before the truck drops off the cliff, slamming down with violent force as metal twists, glass shatters, bodies collide, and the world flips into darkness, pain hitting instantly, disorienting, overwhelming, and before they can even catch their breath water rushes in, cold, fast, unstoppable, flooding the truck as it sinks, and Franklin gasps, choking as the water climbs from his legs to his chest, rising too fast, far too fast, while Claire's voice cracks. "We're gonna sink!" And panic turns the truck into a cage, a metal coffin, filling with water inch by inch as Owen tries to force control into the moment, pushing against the door, testing the pressure, knowing it won't be easy, knowing they're running out of time as the water reaches their shoulders, their necks, their mouths, and Franklin spirals completely, shaking, repeating "no, no, no," like denial could stop reality while Claire fights to stay focused, but even she feels it, the suffocating truth that they might not make it, that this could be the end. And then, Franklin blurts out, "I want to go home," and it cuts deeper than anything because it's raw, human, terrified, and Owen locks onto him, forcing calm into chaos. Take a deep breath, not as comfort but as survival, because panic will drown them faster than the water itself, and the seconds shrink, air thinning, pressure building, the truck creaking under the weight of it all as everything slows, every heartbeat louder, every movement heavier, and for a moment it feels like time itself is stopping, like this is where it ends. But Owen doesn't stop. He shifts his weight, braces himself, pushes against the door with everything he has left, ignoring pain, ignoring fear, pushing again and again until finally something gives, just enough, a crack in the impossible, and he forces it wider as water explodes inward, dragging them out into darkness, into chaos, into the unknown. But it's movement, it's a chance, and they fight through it, clawing upward, lungs burning, vision blurring, until suddenly they break the surface, gasping, choking, alive, barely, hanging on to breath like it's the last thing keeping them tethered to reality. And for a second there is silence. Not peace but shock, the kind that hits after surviving something you weren't meant to survive. But there's no time to rest because the island is still collapsing, the volcano erupting harder, lava tearing through everything behind them, turning the world into fire and ash, and Claire looks around, trying to make sense of it, trying to regain control, but one question hits harder than the rest: where's Zia? And the silence that follows is heavier than the chaos, confusion turning to realization as Owen says it quietly but firmly, it was a double cross, they took her, and everything shifts again as the truth surfaces, the mission wasn't real, not the way they believed, they weren't there to save the dinosaurs, they were there to capture them, used from the start, manipulated into playing a role they didn't even understand, and Claire's anger breaks through, it was a lie, her voice filled with betrayal as everything they trusted collapses in that single moment. But Owen doesn't let it stop him because there's still something out there that matters. Blue, injured, alone, and now in the wrong hands, and as he pieces it together, they needed the tracking system to capture her. The urgency returns sharper than before, because this isn't just about survival anymore, it's about stopping something worse, and the lava spreads faster now, cutting off paths, turning the island into a ticking clock, and ahead of them, the boat becomes the only option, the only escape left. But Franklin hesitates, clinging to the rock beneath them like it's safety, muttering, "The rock's good, we're safe on the rock." And Owen shuts it down instantly, it's the boat or the lava. No hesitation, no room for doubt, just truth, and they run again, bodies exhausted, lungs burning, legs barely responding but still moving because stopping means dying. And when they reach the docks, the nightmare expands as dinosaurs are loaded like cargo, treated as assets, not lives, mercenaries moving. With cold precision, weapons ready, orders shouted, everything planned, everything controlled, and Claire sees Blue weak, barely holding on, and something inside her shifts completely as fear turns into determination, anger into purpose, and Owen steps beside her, eyes locked, instincts firing because this isn't just escape anymore, it's confrontation. It's a line being drawn, and when a gun is raised, Owen's voice cuts through the tension. Put your weapon down, and for a moment everything freezes, time stretching thin as everyone waits for the next move, the next mistake, the next spark, and then it breaks, chaos exploding again as engines roar, trucks move, orders turn into shouting, and Owen grabs Franklin, pushing him forward, get on the boat, because survival still matters, always matters, but Franklin stumbles, fear slowing him down, pulling him backward as the heat from the lava grows stronger, closer, the air thick with ash and fire, and for a second it looks like he won't make it, like this is where he stops, where fear wins and Owen turns back because he always turns back, always chooses people over escape. Franklin, he shouts, reaching out as Franklin falls, frozen, overwhelmed, and in that moment everything narrows down to one choice, one action, one connection as Owen extends his hand, give me your hand, and it's not just a command, it's a lifeline, a refusal to leave anyone behind, and Franklin hesitates just for a second, but it feels like forever as the world burns around them, the boat pulling away, the ground shaking, everything collapsing, and then Owen shouts again, reach, and Franklin does, fingers stretching, hope clashing with fear until their hands connect and Owen pulls him up with everything he has left, dragging him to safety just as the island begins to disappear behind them, consumed by lava, erased by fire, the roar fading into distance as the boat carries them away, and for the first time there is space to breathe, to think, to realize what just happened, that they survived something impossible, something unstoppable, but also that nothing is the same anymore, because what they escaped wasn't just a stampede, it was the moment everything broke, the moment the truth was revealed, the moment survival turned into something bigger, something darker, something that isn't over yet, because if this was just the beginning, then what comes next might be even worse.